In the first 3 weeks of November 2024, humanity approaches the final stretch of its transformations before entering a new historical era. The lessons that humanity, as a single organism, has been undergoing throughout its previous history of spiritual development are now in the past. Ahead lies a completely new cycle with new meanings of understanding the laws of the Creator that are not yet fully realized by all. All of humanity stands before a new open door, behind which are many paths, and only one leads to the beautiful new. On November 21st, 2024, people will awaken in a new world. Nothing will ever be the same again. Values will change. The lessons that people will need to go through in the school of life will become more complex, and the meanings of existence will become much higher in frequency. Some will fit into these new meanings and frequencies to live an interesting and vibrant life, full of opportunities and the beauty of the person of the age of Aquarius. Others, even stepping through this open door of the new history, will only be absorbed and carried further into the past, plunging into the engulfing abyss of manipulations, wars, conflicts, and dying ego distorted values. The first 3 weeks of November 2024 are given to humanity as an amazing gift. Many energies of nature will be ready to attune a person to the new cycle of history. If a person is ready during these days to see what pulls them back, what holds them like glue in the old world, and to abandon it, they will surely receive support. Such glue, sticking us to the dying past misconceptions of consciousness, can be any false values, things that no longer make sense, that don't make us happier, that drain the energy of creativity, that empty us instead of filling us up. Approximately from the first days of November 2024 to the first days of January 2025, the energies of the planets, the energies of the Earth itself, all of nature will, according to the Creator's plan, create a special energy for the people of planet Earth, which will accompany humanity on a new beautiful path. And in these energies, there will be support and hints about the exact period humanity is entering, which qualities should be activated within ourselves before November 21st, 2024, to enter the new 2025 year with them, and which ones are especially important to release. So, the end of autumn and the beginning of winter, which humanity will soon experience, will pass under the aegis of fiery active elite energies. The planets will point to Mars in Leo. Events will indicate the necessity of activating all creative potentials and the ability not to succumb to manipulations, the ability not to be drawn into the whirlpool of karma of the dying period, the karma of wars, manipulations, despair, psychological masks. The soul will point to the need, as never before, to awaken the aristocrat of spirit within oneself, dignity, and inner freedom. Let's bring all this together and try to imagine with a vivid example what these energies suggest to us. The most striking image here will be a lion in the full bloom of strength and power. What energies in the lion will help to enter the new history? The lion is regal because he believes in his strength and relies on himself. The lion is free because he builds his own life. He doesn't need other packs. He creates his own pride and outlines the circle of his influence. He doesn't need anyone for this. The lion respects himself and values the beauty and mastery of nature within himself, which created him. The male lion, the king, is brave and fearless, caring towards all for whom he has taken responsibility, free and magnificent, invincible in his power and strength, majestic and worthy, unhurried, graceful, believing in himself. The lioness, a queen, is fearless and strong, beautiful, invincible, believing in herself and her strength, a gentle and devoted mother, a loving wife. Both the lion and the lioness, in their active strength and beauty, are hints about freedom and dignity, about faith in oneself, about caring, about the opportunities that open up when we take responsibility for our lives into our own hands, about the unnecessary need to adjust to someone else and manipulate others. This is about awakening your true perfect self, the one the Creator intended us to be and Mother Nature created according to His holy plan. At the same time, it's about cleansing ourselves from all the superficial things brought by distorted programs of the old world society, such as the need to please and appease contrary to inner harmony, the false value of categorization and disputes that first lead to conflicts in the family and then, as a destructive pattern, grow into worldwide bloody wars, the false value in need to prove something to someone, the false search for someone who will make us happy and warm us instead of the potential and joy of bringing happiness into the world ourselves and being the warming, heartfelt sun in it. Here, too, the image of the lion, which will accompany us as a totemic energetic animal during this period, will suggest much. If our energetic inner lion, with all his strength and might, is deprived of the main sin, regal dignity, what might awaken in him that would prevent him and his loved ones from living in a beautiful kingdom? A lion king without dignity is an obsession with love of power, an obsession with the material and petty, stubbornness and despotism towards those who are weaker, self admiration and vain desire for fame, recognition, and praise. It's using his inner fire not to make the world around beautiful and happy, but to subdue and manipulate. It's bargaining with oneself and one's talents, choosing a narrow, comfortable little world instead of creating beautiful new worlds full of beauty and possibilities. It's conflict and aggressiveness, internal doubts, and disbelief in oneself that gradually take away all strength. What is left in you from such a lion deprived of dignity? It's high time to get rid of this and turn on the energies of the lion and lioness full of beautiful and free energies. If you don't know how, if you still lack the strength and courage to look at your true self, to discard all unnecessary and outdated things, now you know what you need to pray to the Creator for during these weeks, for the energies of unconditional love to awaken and activate within you as much as possible, and for everything that hinders this to dissolve and be cleansed. The universe, like never before, is now ready to help. It has opened its maternal supportive arms. It will comfort and support you, but for this, your sincere desire to cleanse yourself from the outdated is needed. Like a trusting, loving child, taking one hand of the unconditionally loving Creator and the other hand of the mighty and gentle Mother Nature, with faith, hope, and love, enter the new world on November 21st, 2024. On the bright path. With love and faith in you, yours truly, El Enuco.